Good morning from the courtyard of All Star Movies. I'm going to do a quick, well, as quick as can be, video of kind of exploring the resort here. I'm going to show you where everything is. So it's about just after 7 o'clock in the morning. So I'm just kind of making this video while Anna's getting ready for the day. So we're going to take a quick look. So behind me here is Cinema Hall. I'm going to start by going in there, and then I'll show you around the actual courtyard area where all the buildings are and things like that. So let's get started. Okay, this is the main lobby area. The front door is there, and then you have the check-in and concierge desks up here. They always have a pin board behind the counter there. Actually, it's right in between those people there. So if you ever want to do some pin trading at the resort, you can come up to the front desk here. And then if we turn to the left, we have the double feature gift shop over here. It's just kind of a normal resort gift shop. They have all sorts of different stuff in there. That's where you can get any medicine or anything that you need. They have some small things in there. They have beer and wine in there, things like that. Just to the left of that, they have a set of restrooms over here, as well as a couple of phones. And then if we go to the right of there, we have the world premiere food court. So they actually have a lot to offer in here. They have three separate areas in here. There's the mobile pickup mobile order pickup here, and then they have the Lyric, the Grand, the Roxy, and the Rialto, and they all serve different kinds of food. The Lyric is I believe the pizza area. The Roxy over there is kind of it's kind of a grill. And then I don't remember what the Rialto is. We haven't ever eaten there. I believe it's just desserts. And then the Grand in there is just like the drinks. There's a couple more desserts and things like that. So, and then if we turn this way, you're gonna have the seating area. So there is a fair amount of seating in here. So, and generally there is almost always a bunch of open tables in here. Not that it's not a good place or anything, it's just that it's not as popular to eat at your resort as it is to go somewhere else. So now we're going to step out into the courtyard. And stepping out into the courtyard here, you're going to step under the giant star here. And one thing I didn't show you in there was the arcade that you pass coming right out that door. It is a little loud, and you wouldn't have been able to hear me. But it is just right inside the door there. So this is their regular pool, one of their regular pools. It is Fantasia themed. It is right in between the Fantasia 2000 building on the left and the Fantasia building on the right. So, and the Sorcerer Mickey in there is a fountain. There is water that sprays out from under his feet. And then there's a bunch of seating around the sides. The pool is open from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. So you can usually be there for quite a while. So if we turn to the right over here and go this way, we will come over towards the next buildings here, which are on the left and right, are similar buildings. They are 101 Dalmatians themed. The building on the left here is the one that Anna and I stayed in on our previous trip. About, what was that, 5 months ago? Yeah, about 5 months ago. We stayed in the one on the left here. So on the right we have the Pongo building. And you have Cruella up there on the top. And then up here is Jasper. And I believe, if I remember correctly, There's a truck on that other side, and I believe that one has Horace in it. And then there's all sorts of puppies running around because, you can't have that. Yeah, there's Jasper again. Maybe that is Horace. Oh no, that one is Horace. That one's Jasper. It's been a while since I've seen that movie. On the left there you have Perdita. So Pongo and Perdita are sitting there kind of looking towards each other. Well, I mean, they're looking down at us, but whatever. And over there is, I believe that's Lucky watching TV. And if you look down at the ground, you'll notice all these kind of dog bones and everything. But if you look close at the red ones are canine crunchies. Straight out of the movie, which is pretty cool. And I believe it's just the red ones. Oh, nope, it's the red and the blue ones. The red and the blue ones are canine crunchies. And then the white ones are just dog bones. So, we're going to keep moving on over here. And down here we have, as you can see coming up here, the duck pond pool. So this is the second pool that they have. And this one is themed for the Mighty Ducks. So the pool itself is shaped like a hockey arena. So it's just kind of a rectangular shape here. If I could get in there, I would, but they, again, don't open until 9 a.m. and it is about 7. So, yeah, there's the goal. There's a goal on the other side there. And then right in between you have the pool. And then there's the first Mighty Ducks area over here. And there's the locker room, which is just restrooms. And then I believe a guest laundry room in the middle here. Yeah, there's a guest laundry room in the middle. Which is actually really nifty to have, especially for people who have longer trips and want to do their laundry before they go home. So we're going to come around this way, and here's the first building. That's actually really cool. I think it'd be just kind of cool walking underneath that. Got some really cool decorations and theming. Got the hockey sticks, the hockey pucks decorating the sides there. You got the goals on the end, the hockey nets. And then you got the second building over here that is decorated. Actually, this one's decorated exactly the same. They're literally the exact same building, just kind of mirrored across from each other. So, and it is quite a walk to get down here from Cinema Hall, and it's going to be the same on the other side. If you are in the Mighty Ducks buildings, or the Herbie the Love Bug buildings, or the Toy Story buildings, those get pretty far away. Oh, and here's something I didn't see before. There is Goofy over there playing hockey. I did not know he was there. And there's kind of a cool little scoreboard thing that has a clock on it. I'll actually walk by there. So you can see there's just kind of some decorative things here. Apparently there's player number 44 got a penalty, a 2-minute penalty. That's fun. And it is 7:22 in the morning. Apparently it's third period. I don't know why they started a hockey game at 5 in the morning or something like that. There's the backside of that, of the Perdita building. So all these buildings are in the shape, if you notice, they're in the shape of a T. So it'll start here, and then there's kind of the edge of the T back there, and then it extends along the front. And all the buildings are that shape. They will all be that kind of T shape. So, and then we will walk back past here, and I will meet you guys back in the courtyard. As we come back up on the Fantasia pool here, we're going to hang a right on this little path and come up this way. I'm gonna walk past the pool, past Sorcerer Mickey in there, and all of his magical brooms. And we're gonna come up to the Fantasia building. So this one is really cool. It's decorated with the magical brooms. And then up here you have a giant Yen Sid hat, or Sorcerer Mickey hat, however you want to call it. This building is currently unavailable at the moment. They are remodeling it. I believe, from what the cast member told us at check-in, is that this is the last building that needs to be remodeled. I believe all of the other buildings have been remodeled at this point. So they do have everything blocked off so you can't actually go back in there. And then you can go walk underneath Yen Sid's hat a little bit. Actually, let's take a look in here. And that is actually really cool. So yes, they do have it blocked off in there. So you can go in and take a look, but can't go in any further than that. And this is, like I said, as far as I know, the last building that needs to be remodeled. The last time we were here, when we were in the Perdita building, they were finishing up remodeling kind of one side of the T of that building. So they had that one blocked off, but we could, guests could stay in the rest of that building. So they do generally just close it off sections at a time for remodel so that they can still use the other rooms. But with this one, it looks like they blocked off the whole thing. It looks like they're just trying to get it done as quickly as possible. So, and if you keep going back, we will find Herbie the Love Bug. Again, there is 2 buildings in this one. There's 2 buildings for each section, or for each movie, I should say. So if we go around this way, here's the first one. And there's a screwdriver, pliers, a wrench, and then there's Herbie, the front of Herbie. And right here in the center, there's some fun tire decorations. That's kind of cool. And in the center, in between the 2 Herbie buildings, is an actual Herbie the Love Bug with a trophy. Now, this might be a little bit telling, but I have never actually seen Herbie the Love Bug. But if you read the sign, this is the actual car that was used in the Magic Kingdom parades from 78 to 90. So this car was actually in use for the parades. It wasn't the car that was used in the movie, as far as I know, but it was the car that was used in the parades in the Magic Kingdom. So that's actually really cool. So this path back here does loop all the way around in a circle, and there is a parking lot back here. So if you're staying in the Herbie the Love Bug buildings, I believe you have, looks like you have the ability, to park back here if you drove your own car down here. So you can park back there, closer to your building. And then this building looks almost exactly the same as the other Herbie building. The only difference is you got Herbie's butt sticking under the building instead of his front. So that's kind of funny. And it actually, I didn't notice that's on the other side, but it looks like he's being held up by hydraulic jack or lift. That's actually kind of fun. All right. Then we head back up this way. There's another kind of courtyardy area in there. There's some nice grassy areas that you could play in. And this one that we're going to be walking past now is the Fantasia 2000 building. Now this is the building that Anna and I stayed in on our first trip, and it is the one that we are staying in currently until we head home tomorrow. So, and it is decorated with the toy soldiers. There's the ballerina there. Actually, in the courtyard here, there's a Donald and a Daisy. kind of a cute little photo up there. But I don't remember the story of Fantasia fully, so I don't know what the story of the toy soldier and the ballerina was, but that's what it is. And there is the evil Jack in the Box. I mean, Jack in the Boxes are always evil, they're scary. And then this runs along the other side of the Fantasia pool. Fantasia pool is just in between the two Fantasia buildings. So, but if we head up on this side, we will come to where Anna and I brought Aiden last night after we got back from Epcot. We did go into this pool for a little while, but we started out over on this side. They have a little kiddie pool. So there is, I don't know if they're still cleaning it. No, it looks like they're not cleaning it anymore. They were cleaning it a little bit ago. There's a little pool, actual like little pool. It's just a few inches deep. Aiden being a year old, he was able to stand up in that just fine. He was actually able to crawl in it and keep his head up pretty well. So it's not that deep. And it's just really fun for kids that age when they can't actually swim themselves. And then over on this side, you have a little splash pad, which Aiden did really like, but he kept walking around the fountains. And then over here you have another set of laundry room, as well as another set of restrooms on either side there in the ice. So you do have that that option available. And there is some seating back here, kind of in the corner. So if you just want to let your kiddos play in the splash pad area, you can come back here. Or even if you just want to come in here and just eat, like they don't really care. You can just come back there and eat and like have your food from the food court and just eat over there next to the splash pad. So, yep, and there's the laundry again. And then if we go over this way, so the star, that big giant star there, is what leads back into Cinema Hall. And then you have Silver Screen Spirits, which is just a bar area. You can't order food there as far as I know. And then there's another door to the food court there that you can use. Then we're going to turn to the right and head over this way. And this heads towards the next buildings, which are Toy Story. I believe there's one other thing over this way, maybe? Although it might just be Toy Story at the end here. So, I did not actually know that was there. It just looks like a little canopied area. It's called the Real Spot. Anna and I haven't actually had occasion to come over this way, so I'm not actually sure. It looks like, yeah, it's just a seating area. And this might be, I don't know. I'll have to look into it. It's just kind of shaded. But everything is kind of looking up towards the front there. And it's kind of set up theater style, which is kind of fun. One of the things that this resort does do is they have like movies. I think they call it Movies on the Green. And they've had one every night since we've been here. We haven't gone to any of them, but they do have that option. And I'm not sure where it is, but hopefully I'll be able to find out at some point. So here's the start of the Toy Story buildings. There's the bucket of soldiers. The path here is made to look like a road, because then you have RC coming towards you. And you got this side decorated with Sheriff Woody badges. And this building over here decorated with rocket ships and planets for Buzz. And this is one of the cool things about this area down here, is you have this giant door here. Because this giant door is Andy's room. Yep, there it is. Andy's room. Keep out. except Molly. Molly can come in here, but apparently we have to keep out. Oh, we're coming in anyway. So first thing you notice is a big Bo Peep and Rex statue in the center. There's a big checkerboard over there. On the right here is Woody's building. And he's got his name spelled out with wooden blocks. He's got like a whole bookcase behind him, so that's kind of a fun little decoration. Let's put this into perspective of how big this is. This fence here comes about up to my chest, and it doesn't even come up to the top of his boots. Like, that's how big this statue is. And the same with all the rest of the statues. They are enormous. And there's a window there. Don't climb on the window. It would be dangerous. Oh, there's some toy soldiers on the top of both Buzz and Woody, the Buzz and the Woody building. And the Buzz building is decorated to infinity and beyond. And you got about a 3 to 4 story tall Buzz there. I think it's 4 stories. And again, Buzz's name spelled out with blocks here. And then yes, this is the end. There's the parking lot over there, so that if you're in this building, you can park over there. And then this is the last set of, or last pair, I should say, of buildings. So, looks like that is the end of our little resort tour. Here's one thing I didn't mention. I believe you can get to it off to the right there, but if not, it comes down this way. Is that the bus stops for this resort are all right on the other side of the of Cinema Hall here. So if you go down underneath the giant star, and I'll actually kind of see if I can walk inside and show you a little bit. But if you go underneath the giant star and past the arcade, and I can show you the arcade since I neglected to show it earlier. Since it was a little loud, I wasn't sure if we'd be able to be heard, but we can give it a try anyway. Then, directly on the other side, there will be another set of doors that lead outside. And those, well, so we're going to go inside here. And on the left here, as we come in, is the arcade. Right in there. It's a pretty decent sized arcade, actually. And then directly across from us there is the transportation section. So that is the direction you want to go to get to any of the parks. You're going to go over and catch your bus over there. So there you have it. That was our kind of quick-ish look at Disney's All-Star Movies Resort, where we were staying on this trip. So it is actually a really nice resort. The rooms are actually really nice. They've all been, like I said, they've all been remodeled, and so they're all like, they all have the new feeling to them. And like just walking into them, even the first time that we were here, just walking into them, they feel like they've been remodeled. So like the floors are new, the showers are obviously new, and things like that. So thank you for joining me on this nice little exploration morning, and hopefully I will see you in the next video.